Alright, haters, let's dance. Um, Avengers Age of Ultron. Uh, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, by now you probably know that I have a kind of a not amazing relationship with the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I've seen every single one of them, and at this point, I just kind of don't care. And I haven't cared for a long time, and it just shows in a lot of the movie reviews I do of these, I'm burnt out, and yeah. The Marvel movies, before I get into Avengers, I want to just talk about the Marvel movies for a little bit. And, it's just something, this is the right review to talk about it. I just don't like what they do. It's like the fact that Marvel has, like, an assembly line of movies that's, like, taken care of for, like, the next 10 years. Like, the next 10 years are planned out already. That's absurd to me, like, and none of the movies feel like their own thing. They all feel like set up for another movie, and they're all kind of dull, and they're all just like so like fine-tuned into being good. And you can tell that like a lot of directors and like creative thinkers aren't getting their like real vision across besides Joss Whedon, just because there's so Kevin Feige and like the Marvel machine just is like pumping out these stories, it's pumping out these stories, it's pumping out these movies in an assembly line fashion, so they're all technically good. None of them are bad movies, but they just aren't fresh, and there's like not really any like artistic value to me in any of them besides Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy felt like somebody else's movie in the Marvel universe. So, but it still had elements that were very Marvel Cinematic Universe-y. So I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Now, Avengers: Age of Ultron is the sequel to 2012's Avengers, and when Avengers came out, it was very cool. It was a very cool thing, and it's not so much because of the movie. I personally did not like the movie. I did not enjoy the Avengers, so yeah, it just I just didn't like. I didn't enjoy it at all. I can't tell you why, but I understood the importance of it. It was the first time that like this giant cinematic universe that they had been weaving came together as one, and that was very cool, and that's why it made all this money, and that's why people, I think, really kind of loved it, because it was so different. Now it's not new anymore. It's bigger, better, more. The Marvel universe has changed, and I just don't feel like Joss Whedon belongs here anymore. I love Joss Whedon. I think he's fantastic. I want him to go do something else. Go do something else. Go make something else. Get out of these superhero movies. I don't know. I'm the same with every single fucking Marvel movie. I like them enough while I'm in the theater, and then I leave the theater, and it's like, all right, cool. Like, it doesn't like leave any lasting impression on me. The reason I love indie movies so much is because they have just like a depth. They have like a depth, and they make you feel something, and it's like it's real and it's different. And there's like a good story. All these Marvel movies just feel the fucking same, and Avengers: Age of Ultron is exactly the same. It's just explosions and summer blockbuster bullshit and a story that doesn't really make any sense. This movie's story is so packed full of shit. It's just so full that it's almost like impenetrable. And all these movies are made to be like accessible, like you can see one or you can see them all. And I don't like that. I like the sense of continuity in my sequels, and it's just it's strange. We follow the Avengers, and the movie starts off, and we're rushed from set piece to set piece. The first one's in, is it like Yugoslavia or something like that, and they're off to get Loki's staff, from Hydra, and it's very much, this movie is very kind of dependent on Thor: The Dark World and Winter Soldier, so it's in there, and it's just like there's so many characters in this, and all the superheroes have their time to shine, and I'm getting off on a bit of a tangent. But the story, yeah. So the story, it's essentially Tony Stark, in the aftermath of all of this, tries to create a kind of world-protecting thing, to just place. It's like an artificial intelligence. And the artificial intelligence, as in every other single artificial intelligence movie, goes rogue, because that whole thing that, like, computers don't understand human compassion or empathy, and they just, it's like, whoa, you guys are destroying yourselves, so I should destroy you. So that's what this movie is, and, we get new superheroes. We get Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson, Ultron, who is probably my favorite Marvel villain. Him and Winter Soldier are my two kind of favorite Marvel villains, so that's cool. But it's played by James Spader. It's a really fantastic performance. He does well. He's kind of like the anti Tony Stark. He really is kind of snarky, and you still get that kind of Joss Whedon humor in there. Because I know, like, a lot of the trailers made it seem super dark, and it's darker, but it's not. It's still not without its, like, laughs, and a lot of that comes from just their kind of banter and their interactions. But it's not a good story, and it's not, like, great characters. Like, they're funny, but these movies, and it's like, this movie, it's like 2 hours and, like, 30 minutes, something like that, and, like, every single character has, like, some emotional arc, so it's just like, the movie is just going, and it's like, by the end of this, I was just like, stop, like, I'm just ready for it to be done. I'm so tired. It's like Transformers Age of Extinction. It just doesn't know when to shut the fuck up for 5 minutes. It's like, not all these, I know it's the Avengers, but I hope to God with Infinity War Part 1 and 2, they're like, okay, there's some superheroes that people like, but they don't all just need arcs, and yeah, so we get relationships. There's now a relationship between Bruce Banner and not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow. You have Tony Stark and all these people, and it's like all of, like, the weird stuff that, like, went on with them. Like, all of the, like, betrayal that Captain America felt, and all the, like, unjust and kind of, like, PTSD that Iron Man dealt with in Iron Man 3. It's all gone. Like, this movie doesn't really acknowledge any of that. It just feels like a sequel. It's like, wow, we need a sequel. All right, let's go. Here you go. The action's cool. The action's well done, but there's so much of it. It's like Transformers. It's just like, boom, 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 smash, 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 smash. Everything's just blowing up all the time, and it's just like, after a while, it's like, fucking give me a conversation where, like, people are literally having some, like, character development on just things blowing up. Ultron, again, he's very cool. He has a cool design, but there's, like, 20,000 other robots, and the only way you can, like, really tell Ultron apart is he looks kind of different. He's big, and he has red eyes, where all the other ones have green eyes. So it's like, there's tons of those. It's kind of like the Chitauri battle. Yeah, Vision's cool. Vision is very cool. He's not, like, in a lot of the movie. He's kind of towards the end of the movie, and he's cool. I hope they give him more, because he's one of my kind of favorite superheroes. So, cinematography, it's good to look at. It's great. It's not as, I don't know. It's just not. It looks like a Marvel movie. They all kind of have this, like, thing, and the movies. I mean, the movie has a lot of, like, sweeping shots, and it feels like a comic book panel, and it's just comic booky. This movie it feels like reading a comic book, but not all comic books are good. Avengers: Age of Ultron is a disappointment. It is a big step down from the first one, though. To be fair, I did like Age of Ultron way more than I liked the Avengers. The Avengers just didn't totally sit right with me. I am bagging on this movie. I'm bagging on this movie because it's going to make a ton of money, and everyone's going to love it, and I just don't think it's that good. I did not hate it. And I did not even dislike it. It's just a movie. Like, I saw it, and I had a good time, and then I left, and whatever. Like, I'm making this video. I just don't give a shit anymore about Marvel movies. They're all the same. Something needs to change them up. I am inherently a DC guy more than a Marvel guy, and I am so fucking bloody excited for the Batman vs. Superman. That trailer had all of Zack, like, literally you could just tell that trailer was Zack Snyder. Just totally Zack Snyder, just the crazy dark color palette, the edginess, the just beautiful shots. This Avengers: Age of Ultron just kind of feels like it's a popcorn movie, it's a summer movie. This is the blockbuster movie. This is gonna make fucking $1 billion, because everyone in the world is going to see it, and it's one of those movies. That's what it's made for, is to make a ton of money and to just be a big summer tentpole movie. And it does accomplish that. It does. It's not a bad movie. It's just, in my opinion, it's just kind of a movie. It's just a movie. Avengers: Age of Ultron comes out on Friday. Oh, quickly, I want to talk about Quicksilver too. I remember like 2 years ago when everyone was just bagging on Evan Peters' Quicksilver in X-Men Days of Future Past, like saying that he just looked really stupid and that like Bryan Singer was screwing it up. His Quicksilver is so much better than Joss Whedon's. Like, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who plays Quicksilver in this, does a good job. You know, he was in Godzilla last year with Elizabeth Olsen, and they're good. They're good. They're two kind of my favorite parts of this movie. But it's just, it's cool. Evan Peters is amazing as Quicksilver in Days of Future Past. So that's the best Quicksilver. That one wins. I just needed to get that out there. Avengers Age of Ultron, I'm going to give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. I'm tired of the Marvel movies, and this one, it didn't instill like some kind of new love in this. I feel like I am being a bit biased. I'm just tired of seeing the same shit over and over and over again. And you know, it's not going to get any better, you know, because especially with the whole like Edgar Wright thing for Ant-Man, where they got rid of Edgar Wright because the creative vision was different. It's like Edgar Wright he's an auteur. He makes good movies. Look at all of his movies. Like, but Marvel wants everyone reined in. So Ant-Man, I guess we'll see in a couple months whether Ant-Man is just another Marvel movie or if it's its own kind of thing. Avengers Age of Ultron, 6.5 out of 10. It opens Friday. Look for a Mad Max review. Mad Max Fury Road review coming this week. I think I'm just going to say fuck it and go for it and review it and let you guys know about Mad Max. I've been wanting to talk about it. I saw that movie last June. I saw Mad Max Fury Road last June. So, and I've had to keep quiet about it for this long. I want to spill the beans on that guy. Look for that in the next couple days. Please, if you guys can, hit the thumbs up down below. Comment, let me know what you think of this movie. If you love Marvel movies, I would love to talk to you about why you love Marvel movies. So, comment down below, like this video, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I will see you later.